out there.
I know, cozy Gail.
Yeah, she was just saying I was cozy, so. It's cold now. It's frosty out there.
Hate it.
It's okay.
So Gail,
Yes.
I want you to show me how to froth milk.
Got about 5 gallons of milk. Frothing pitchers all lined up in the fridge.
So what? Yeah, just I guess basically I'm just looking for a kind of a primer, walk through like what things to think about, yada yada.
Sure.
Okay.
The size of your container versus your machine. Like on, an Aroma or the smaller machines that have smaller boilers.
Mm-hmm.
You want to use something maybe up to 16 ounces, the frothing pitcher, but you don't fill it to 16 ounces. You only fill it maximum half full.
Okay.
So you
couldn't use the 20 ounce on those smaller guys?
You could, but it wouldn't be ideal.
Okay.
I think you can. You just don't have to put quite as much milk in it, too.
Okay.
But you don't want to take any 32 ounce. And
Yeah.
go, Mama, I'm going to froth milk for the whole family for the rest of the day.
Or a 56 ounce pitcher, Gail?
Yeah, right. Well, why don't you just stick the frothing pitcher in the milk? So, no, these, the home machines are just not meant for that kind of capacity.
Okay.
The GS3 would be, but just not. So, you want to keep your frothing pitcher in the refrigerator or the freezer.
Okay.
The colder it is, the better.
All right.
Because it keeps you're going to do your foaming right in the very beginning of the process.
Mm-hmm.
And the colder the milk, you're going to get more foam.
Okay.
It keeps it so that you can do it. Once it starts to get warmer on the outside, you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get much foam after that, or you shouldn't. You should just concentrate then on submerging it and heating the milk.
Okay.
If you want like a latte.
Got it.
So the other thing is the steam power on the different machines.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Rocket here has pretty good steam power and multiple holes in the tip. Come on over here for a second. The Sylvia the same way. It has a single hole, pretty good steaming power. And then you go down to something like the Via Venezia. It has a Panarello on it, which is a device that the air comes in here and it automatically injects into the milk. So you really don't, it's a no-brainer.
Okay, you're not really doing any stretching of the milk.
No, but you don't have any control either.
Okay.
You get what you get. But this is going to be much slower than the Rocket.
Okay.
The boiler on this is about this size.
Okay.
So not much steam power built up inside of it. The Rocket, the boiler's like this.
Okay.
Got a lot more steam capacity inside that boiler.
So on the Rocket, I could use larger pitchers, right?
Larger pitchers,
Okay,
yeah.
so anything that's a kind of a bigger heat exchanger double boiler.
Musica, the Oscar, the Mini Vivaldi, those sorts of machines. So,
Okay.
then the other thing is, on these pitchers, like I said, you don't want to fill them more than half full. 1/3 to half full. We use 2% milk here. I've tried it all. It all seems to be, I think the 1% or no fat seems to be the least favorite, but the other two seem to be fine.
Yeah, when we did our testing, the 2% tested the best on all machines.
Yep. So on any machine, you're going to have condensation built up in here. You want to get rid of the condensation. You don't want it in your... That turned to steam, so we're all set.
Okay.
First thing you want to do is you want these holes in the milk when you open it.
Okay.
And then you're going to back it up just a little bit till you get the slurping. It's sucking in air.
Okay.
Can I get over here?
Yeah.
Okay. So tip it a little bit. Hear that slurping noise?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you what happens if you do too much. Big bubbles.
Okay.
Not good. I made a mess of it.
And that motion, that circular motion, that's important, right?
That
as far as
incorporates the micro bubbles into the milk.
Okay.
That microfoam into the milk.
So it makes it more sort of thorough, or
Yep.
more even throughout the...
Yeah, instead of it just sitting on the top.
Okay.
Keeps it incorporated.
Now you've got the wand down
Yes.
deeper. Why?
Heating the milk. Doing nothing but heating milk at this point and keeping the foam incorporated into that milk. And by me doing that big bubble thing, I got way more foam than I would typically do. So I'll do it again and show you the correct procedure for not getting so much. This is way too much foam. If you recall, I started out down here.
Yeah.
And now it's up here. This is like if you want a cappuccino, this would be good. You just spoon it off.
Got it. Okay. So I guess that's something too, is that when you were learning your latte art stuff, is that you actually have to steam it. You can't steam it super hot to do the
No.
latte art quality milk, that because otherwise it's,
You got to keep it toward the 150 end. And also, you don't want this much foam.
yeah,
This would not make good art
at all.
at all.
Okay,
So
so
I'll get another picture.
and then we'll do another round.
We'll do another round, and I'll show you how it should be as
Okay.
far as if you wanted to do latte art. I mean, that's, it's a lot of foam there. If you had if numerous people in the house wanted cappuccino, you're ready to go.
Yeah. Or a bunch of macchiatos. Dot, dot, dot.
Dot, dot, dot.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay.
So this time it's for reals, right, Gail?
Well, as best I can. Let's put it that way. We already got our big bubble going. Stop! Stop! A little bit of slurping noise. And it's starting to get warm, so really I'm basically done with my slurping. It happens fast.
I mean, I know we made the joke about the 5 gallons of milk, but it is real.
No, it's real. I mean, it sounds like a joke, but it's not. It's just technique, practice, practice, practice,
Yeah.
practice, practice.
I mean, these are basic tips, but I mean, I've talked to so many
Okay.
people where I'm like, these are the tips, and they're like, that's what I'm doing. I'm like, well, it
Yeah.
really is just time at this point
It
then,
is.
you know?
As you can see, that's not a real dense foam, but yet started down here, it's up here now.
And that it's the sort of wet paint look that you have in order to do latte art with.
Latte art, yep. This is
Cool.
this is important. Every time.
Yeah.
If you don't squirt that out, and this will happen with every machine, it will siphon them as it cools, the tip. It'll siphon the milk back into the boiler.
Yummy.
And it is the rankest, most horrible, sour milk, horrible smell. And it will, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do at home to get rid of it. You'd have to send it into a shop. They take the boiler apart and physically scrape all that gunky off of the heating element.
And we've seen some of that dangerous stuff in our repair center. Okay.
That's the face I can make about that.
So that really is just that's the basics, the primer on
Yeah.
steaming milk.
I wish I had a shot ready. I'd try it to see if it was, a little bit.
Pour it out.
A little art going on. See if I got any art out of that. But do you want to do on any other machines or?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think we should show one with a Panarello.
Yeah.
All right. So squirt it out. Even this one has a lot of steam power. Ba-ba-ba-boom, ba-boom. Okay, so the air comes in here on this.
Okay.
On the stainless steel one, there's a little pinhole. It's about down in here. You have to keep that free of milk. So no matter what I do, up here, down here, whatever, there's no control really. It's going to do what it wants to do. About all you're really looking for is temperature.
Well, but at a certain point you say, I've gotten enough foam, and then you can...
If you bury this section
Okay.
up here where the air comes in,
Then you can do that.
Yeah, you can get rid of it.
Okay.
I mean, you can stop it. But
So it doesn't bubble over.
But you can't make it less.
Yeah.
You can only get the foam you got and then bury it. You can see how much slower this is than the rocket.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there yet at all.
Tiny boiler.
Yeah. It's rolling around underneath there. I can feel it, but it's certainly not rolling on the surface. And I'm going to bury that now because see? Now it's still steaming, but it's just getting it hot at this point.
Hold me closer, tiny boiler.
More to clean on this baby, too.
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd that rag go? So, again, squirt this out. No different on any machine when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, you take this off, go take it to the sink, wash it, wipe this off, keep it nice and clean, otherwise you'll get all infested with milk nasties. You can see how much foam that made.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, gotcha. They get you?
Mm-hmm. It got you, too.
I'm sure.
Right there on your sleeve.
Well, I was wearing toothpaste this morning. I actually had to change my shirt. It was bad. It was big.
So you can kind of work this in a little bit with knocking and swirling.
You can. Yeah, you really got to work it, though.
It's still going to be pretty fluffy.
Yep. But for somebody that doesn't want to get all technical, it's a nice way to go.
Yeah.
It's turning to wet paint. It takes a little longer to work it in.
But you can get there.
Yeah. And the bubbles, some of those bubbles are just not going to go away.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. So that's
All right.
the deal. I'm going to take this to the sink.
Okay.
I think, keep your container in the refrigerator or freezer until you're ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do your foaming right in the very beginning with a conventional steam tip, not the Panarello. And less foam for latte art.
Mm-hmm.
More foam if you want a macchiato or
Cappuccino
or something like that. And make sure you clean it off when you're done. That's so important.
Okay. And then practice.
Yeah. Really. Totally.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.